So the tilt mechanism of the Eames EA117 is broken, as you can see here, and I'm going to unscrew the old tilting mechanism with these inbus or Allen keys here. But before I do that, I have to protect the bottom, so I've put some plastic there to make sure that I don't damage the fabric, and I'm going to saw a little spacer to make sure that the frame doesn't implode when I unscrew everything. So I've now marked it at a little more, I would say, than the distance of the rear end. So let's see what happens there. I'm going to saw this off, and then I'm going to use a hammer to squeeze it in between. This is to make sure that the whole thing doesn't go plonk when I open it up. Okay, I'm going to unscrew this thing. Now, oddly, this is an Allen screw, and this thing is a posy drive, and you can see that because of the little lines that are on the cross. So you need a different type of screwdriver, namely a posy drive screwdriver, and a big one too. And in my case, there's an M6 bolt holding on to it on the other end. So I have to sort of stabilize that before I unscrew it. I have to tap this along a bit further to sort of space it more, because the new one looks a little bit wider. So let's see what happens. So with a bit of trial and error, I'm trying to make the holes line up like that. So you want to make sure that the holes line up before you put in the screws. So my little piece of wood is now all the way up there. I'll give you the measurements of the piece of wood in a bit. That is now done. The new tilt mechanism is there to help you out a bit. The width of my board is 43.5 centimeters. Now we're going to take apart the foot, get the gas spring out, but first remove the accessories. Now that required a bit of banging with this very convincing hammer. It's always a good idea to grease up this bit to make sure that it doesn't block, and the next time you need to fix this, it's easily done. So basically you're doing your future self a favor. I'm putting some grease on the what is it? The gas spring, to make sure that I can get it out next time. Sorry, I'm just filming this with one hand, that's why it's a really crummy video. And now it's going back in the seat, just like that. Really tighten it by sitting down on it. I have noticed that the gas spring doesn't work, and there's a little adjustment point here, right underneath, an Allen screw again. So I may have to play with that a bit. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm using the rubber mallet to ram everything in a little deeper. I'm using the Allen key to adjust the little set screw in the middle. Now the gas spring actually works. Thank you, goodbye.